final third.
I think Pepe's so coachable.
Well, you should be
You just need to shake him.
You should be in prison. We bailed you out. We bailed you out to come and play this season. You're out here disgracing us. You should be in prison. You facing charges.
Hello, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Final Third. Miss Rona tried to get us down, so we got to do the home office, but we rebuke it. Anyways, you have myself, Jules. You have myself, Jules.
Blow your nose. Blow your nose.
You didn't even sanitize your hands. Ew.
Literally.
Ew.
You're never getting out of the ghetto.
We're gonna start with the Manchester derby. Who benefited from this derby more?
Both of them are losers. But Man City, United, nobody won from this. It was just everyone's scared of each other. Both of them are just scared of each other. Pep's scared because he's been burned by Ole's counter-attacking before. Ole's just scared. He's scared of everything. Scared of losing his job. They don't want to lose the derby. Just scared.
I don't think Man United did anything wrong.
You don't think we did anything wrong? That game was there to be won.
No, but I'm saying I don't think you acted out of character. You're not a brave team. I don't think you did anything wrong. This match was a match where I realised Uncle Pep and Man City, you're just not good no more. You're not good and you're not scary. That's what I realised. You're not scary.
Literally, they dropped back and they played, like people are saying United didn't play, all of City just didn't play well. They tactically, they wanted to do that. They played a lot more cautious. They dropped back. They didn't want to get sprung by United's count. The only way we really know how to attack, which is through counter-attacking. So none of them really won through this. They both got the point. They both got the point they wanted, but it was a scared match.
It was a pathetic waste of a Saturday evening.
Literally.
So is the pressure off Ole again after following this draw?
I don't think there's ever any like. I don't think at the club these are full pressure.
The only time there was real pressure is when Ole won that game. I can't remember. Was it Southampton? I can't remember. It was a match where his back was against the wall and he had to win. If not, he was off.
I genuinely don't believe that they feel pressure at United. I don't think they understand how bad we could potentially be under Ole. I don't think they ever deep it. Like every time I think maybe he's under pressure. Like maybe he needs this win to get out. But I'm thinking United's not a smart club. They're not going to sack him anyway. Like they're not going to sack him. So. I don't know. I feel like we're just going to keep running along to the end of the season. And there's just no real pressure on Ole. That's the issue. There's no pressure on Ole.
So how does Ole solve the Pogba issue?
Get him gone in January.
Yeah, there's nothing to solve, Judy. What do you mean? Like, he wants to go, so go.
He doesn't want to be here.
Roy Keane made a great point when he said that greater players have wanted to leave Man United and Man United still stands strong. Rightly so.
It's done. It's done. You don't want to be here. It's not like he's thrown in the towel or anything. His performances showed that he wants to leave, but you can't keep having this Raiola guy chatting his ass off, coming to the press every day to boy off the manager, boy off the like.
He's mugging off the club, man.
He's mugging up like when you're trying to sign a player for him to come to your club, you love him because you know he's gonna do everything to get his player out of the club and to your club. But fam, having to do like, I'd be happy moving forward if we never had to work with a Raiola client again. I'd be happy. Like I'll be happy with it because it's honestly getting boring. He does, but at the same time,
you don't want the biggest players. We're gonna run this back because soon
I'm sorry, but I'm tired.
A star boy is gonna come and a star boy is gonna be under Raiola's books, and you're gonna be like, don't worry.
He's got so many great players on his book, but working with him is literally like it's annoying. I can't lie. Like having to hear
why.
It's annoying. Like every other second, he's telling us, he's either breaking something like just before.
How has that affected you? How has that affected you as fans?
It's not. It's just
no, but I mean, like, as a club, how has that affected you? Because Pogba comes on the pitch, and both games after that comment, he's one of the best players on the team.
It's not about it. We know Pogba's going to play well or play bad. He's not to do it, but it's just spotlight circus. We don't need circus.
You're a circus already.
You want to add another clown to that? Nah, Raiola, it's not worth working with him, man. Sometimes
we handle the Pogba
situation
by letting the boy go.
Let him go. Just let him fly, man. It's been 1 year too many. 2 years too many, man.
I'm sure he'll pop wherever he goes as well.
And it's sad because it's better for him. He could just go wherever he goes, go PSG, go Real Madrid, ask them to bring in Golo, and then they'll lock it off. Get a Champions League.
Let this go.
Why? Why do I need to go?
Moving on to Fulham and Liverpool. Why did Liverpool put on such a sorry showing in the first half?
Performance, man. It was
I don't know what the hell that was.
Performance. It just felt like all the games this week were just drab.
Fulham played a good game. What are you talking about?
No, I mean like
brought it back to the essence.
From the big teams.
Oh, from the big team, definitely. Fulham brought it back to the essence of what small teams need to do to play well again. Sit back and play over the top.
Run.
Wait, do you know how many every single time Decordova Reed got the ball, it's going over the top. It's going Caballero, Lookman, handled that left hand side. Handled.
Let's go for a run. Every single time. Let's go for a run.
Defend deep and play it over the top. And them Liverpool centre-backs, Liverpool defenders, they couldn't deal with it every time. Bare small teams want to come to Liverpool and try to play football, try and match them. So stop that. Go back to the roots of it, of the roots the smaller teams beating these teams. Get over the top, defend well, do the basics, and get Tosin Adebayo, cleared out everything. Anthony Robinson at left back, wavy. Just get it gone. Get your fast players over the top, and you've got a chance at least.
It's banging.
It's
banging on the wall, bro.
Mane's gone for a 7-game drought on the Prem. Is that a big concern?
We're not going to question Mane.
I'm not gonna. We're not gonna question him, but at the same time, it's a big concern for Liverpool.
Just 7 games, you know. I mean, not just
7 games.
That's quite a lot for him.
It's quite a lot, and at this moment of time when they've got injuries all over the shop, Yotta's out for 2 months now. They kind of need Mane to step back up and kind of take over the attacking impetus of this team, because even though he doesn't score goals, he's still been playing well. Nobody can doubt that. But now we're gonna need Mane to
need goals.
Liverpool's gonna to score the goals kind of, because you're not gonna rely on Firmino to do them regularly. Yeah. Salah can only score so much, so you're gonna kind of need Mane to pick up his end of this his own slack kind of right now, because they don't really get goals from the midfield. Trent and Robertson as well, they're usually threats, but they haven't scored, and Trent hasn't scored in the Premier League since like last season or something. So yeah, they kind of need Mane to step up now.
So what can we expect Liverpool to take on when they go to Spurs?
They've got to beat Spurs, man. They've got to beat Spurs to really put their foot. They really put one hand on the title, not mathematically but psychologically, because everybody kind of like is more so worried about Spurs. The Spurs, if they beat Liverpool next week, then Spurs players will start to believe, and that's scary. Because majority of football's confidence. If you start to believe you're good enough, then they'll start playing like they're actually good enough. Crystal Palace went level today, and you saw Spurs' natural personality come back out like, oh man, do you get? We knew, but us as fans, that's like, right, we've seen a little bit of Mourinho, successful Mourinho in Spurs. Yeah. We were worried. If the players start believing what some of the rival fans are scared of Spurs, we're in trouble. That's why they can't beat Liverpool next week. For me, I've gotten over the whole Liverpool thing. I've come to terms with it. They're good enough. They just go and beat them. If you're as good as you say you are, go and beat Spurs and just make my Premier League a little bit less better. A little bit less better. Go beat Spurs next week. I expect Liverpool to.
Where is it? Is it?
It's at Anfield.
It's at Anfield, and they've got fans. But I expect Liverpool to really. I don't even know how I expect them to play. Going through the middle, going through the sides, but the way Højbjerg and Sissoko playing, they've got to go around the outsides.
Whipping bare crosses. Looking forward to that match. It's a big match. As Sham said, if Tottenham win at Anfield, then it becomes scary, because they will believe, and it adds a bit more credibility to this title charge that they're trying to do. But I expect Liverpool to take the win in that one. I don't think they can play as badly as they did in the first 60 minutes against Fulham against Tottenham. I don't think it's possible. Tottenham going to sit back. They're going to try essentially employ the same tactics as Fulham did. They're going to sit back, make it nasty for Liverpool and hope to spring something on the counter. But I believe Liverpool step. They haven't lost at home in the Premier League in a while now. I believe they'll step up to the task in this one.
So quickly touching on Crystal Palace and Spurs, our overall thoughts on the match. I know we've touched on a little bit, but Mourinho sitting back, can he continue to do that?
Crystal Palace were the better team. Better team, I'd say, in the second half. Until they scored and then Tottenham had to go chase it. They were actually putting on the pressure, and the equaliser was well deserved. But I'd say I wouldn't read too much into it. It's a bit Crystal Palace isn't the easiest place to go to.
You can't keep Mourinho. You can't keep scoring one goal and trying to park the bus and catch teams on the counter and win your way to the Premier League. He's done it before. Like, this is his philosophy. He can do it, but no, I'm not having it. As in, no, you can't do that and try and win. No, I'm not having it. No. You can't. So I'm happy Crystal Palace got that point, because this tactic that Mourinho does, when it works, it looks genius and making a team resilient and rugged, giving them the mentality to dig deep and winning games. The big teams don't have to play well to win. That's what makes a champion. Push all that to the side, because for years now, in more recent years, when Mourinho runs this tactic, it don't work and the fans get on his back, and it's like year 3, they call it year 3 Mourinho, and it gets toxic. I'm not here for this. I'm not here for this. Yeah, this is good to string it together, a couple wins. Yeah, we're using this tactic. But to use this to mount a title challenge is anti-football.
Eze, how good is he? I know Shami's mentioned him a lot.
Decent player, good player. No, because I don't want to start. I come on this platform, I say some things. I come on this platform, I say some things. People say, it's been a bit reactionary. Good player. But all I can just say is this. This time last year, Todd Cantwell was doing similar things. We saw the hype.
Chill. Don't compare everything.
Wait. This time last year, Todd Cantwell was doing some things. We saw the hype.
Eze's a better footballer than Cantwell.
Okay,
no disrespect to Cantwell. He's a better footballer.
Perfect. Good. I'm just happy you said it. And I'm not coming at you, just saying at you, at Jules, saying a slant on you lot or this platform. I'm just saying, football Twitter, let's match the hype. Let's be fair, okay?
This is why you should shop in the Championship. Like, I think Championship is actually a very underrated league in terms of you can go there and you can pick out a couple players that will improve your team.
Pick some gems.
You can rip a player out of a Championship side. And I don't get why, especially for the bigger clubs, there's such a stigma around shopping in the Championship. Unless you're going to sign a player like Daniel James.
I was just going to say that. I was going to say, every time you talk about Championship, I just think of Daniel James and what he's doing right now.
He was decent in the Championship, but he wasn't a proven bad boy.
He wasn't. He was
literally just fast. He wasn't a proven bad boy.
He wasn't. He was literally just fast. But yeah, more teams could actually shop in the Championship and be much more successful than you. Sometimes they try and go to Germany or France and pick out a ball. Sometimes the talent is right under your nose.
You don't need it. They've got enough fullbacks there. Some of them Norwich boys, you could have cherry picked them. You could have man, it's so painful watching some of these play. And because I'm looking at Watkins. I'm looking at Watkins over at Villa. He's better than Lacazette. Comfortably.
32 million. Shall I send them a swap though? See if they'll accept it.
They won't. We have to give them money.
Lacazette plus.
Moving on to Everton and Chelsea. First loss in September. Should Chelsea be concerned?
I wouldn't be too concerned. Again, Everton's one of those. It's another one of those difficult places to go to. Like, considering they lost in the Championship, Premiership, September. I mean, just one they have to take on the chin, and we want. I won't be too they've been on a good run, so you have to be kind of.
Go on, Jules.
They ain't done niche to the top 6, so
they haven't. I won't lie, they haven't.
You can't keep running on an unbeaten form, and we're not doing much, but you ain't beating none of the top 6, so.
I agree with that. Should we got the book?
Honestly, I don't know why it's the book.
This is what we say about Chelsea. We tell them time and time again. I'm reading Chelsea stats here. I'm reading Chelsea stats here against the big teams. No goals.
No goals.
No goals. No goals. No goals.
You ain't lying.
No goals against the big teams. The book don't lie. It don't lie. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? And I've said this to all of them Chelsea fans, to David, Tommy, Anita, all of them. I've told them, this is why I don't rate this thing they're supposed to call a title challenge or mount a title challenge, yeah? Because you're not beating big teams. You're winning games you're supposed to win, yeah? We're not gonna rate you for that because your squad is expensive, yeah? And we're gonna put Havertz under them lights, yeah? Because when my boy saw Pepe last season, yeah, and everyone had the goggles out, checking out what man's on, 80 mil, yeah?
Hey.
Why?
The Germans they bought from Bundesliga, yeah. I'm sure they could have found better players. Because maybe, let me not be too reactionary. Maybe he'll come good enough. But Havertz just right now, he doesn't really show me anything. He doesn't show me, like, he's so languid. It looks like he's never bothered.
A man said languid.
Languid. You know them guys.
It's bare gangly,
That's
like,
how he
you know them,
like.
a little thing
That's
I Am Legend. Resident Evil. Listen, yeah. I don't know what the hype is. And it's very scary and very telling. Them Bundesliga videos where you're seeing people highlight reels and there's bare space in the midfield. Think about it.
Is it Bundesliga tax?
Think about it.
There's a tax on Bundesliga. But you're right. You're right about Chelsea needing to beat the big teams to actually be considered in a title race. But they're around the top right now, so we have to see how they react to this.
Nothing to worry about. There's nothing to worry about, Jules. But this is not a title race. And if they come third and don't mount a title race, we still have to drag lamps because we said they all came out at the start of the season saying we want a title push.
Boy, what impact did the lineup have on Chelsea's performance? I don't know what tactic that was. I was confused.
They've got to stop playing Werner out on the wing. It's ugly. It's ugly to see him out there. Somebody that cannot dribble and is only fast when he's not on the ball. It's very Daniel James like. I can't lie. Seeing him on the ball, he's got the same moves as Daniel James. I promise you. You think he's not a better dribbler than Daniel James. I promise you. That guy is too, like, just play to his strengths. Play to his strengths. Literally, like, you see him on the wing and you're thinking, just oil your hips a little. Oil it. Oil it. Like, just oil your joints so that you've got some flexibility, you've got something to move. Like, nah. Well done. Like, when they don't have their natural wingers on the pitch, it becomes very predictable for them. Because you had Havertz out on the right, Werner on the left, and none of them are really taking on their man. It's always going to come back inside and make it very easy for Everton to defend. Get Werner off the wing. I know he's your big signing and you have to play him somewhere, but get him off the wing. It's not pretty for anyone. Play him left back, play him right back or side. Let him overlap. Find solution. Modern day problems require modern solutions.
Think about it.
Think about it.
Moving on to the final game of the weekend, Arsenal versus Burnley. We're going to start off with Xhaka and his red card. Did Xhaka deserve his red card? I mean, I don't know how that's a question because...
Did he deserve his red card?
It's a red card.
When I saw what he actually done, I was laughing because...
I didn't see the second part because I thought, right, he's going to get a red for doing a foul. And then when I saw the grips and the ripped shirt, I was like, oh, damn.
Worst thing is, my mum was coming to break it up. He was trying to pacify the beef. A man came and tried to choke him out.
Because by then his head was hot. He wasn't seeing him trying to stop the beef. He just saw
about the wrong things.
I think everyone's trying to fight him.
Xhaka's passionate about the wrong things, and he's just not a good footballer. I said this 2 years ago. I think he's one of the worst central midfielders we've had to start comfortably over the years.
Definitely, I think he's the worst midfielder of the Emirates era.
Yeah,
I think he's the worst one.
100%. It's not reactionary. It's not.
I don't know who's worse.
He's so limited.
He's literally up there with Karlstrom and them.
Yeah, and Karlstrom barely had some games. He's so limited because if you go through all the central midfielders in the remaining 19 teams, There's only a few he starts over, probably the Burnley boys. And the thing is, Brown, what's his name? Brownhills and
no, he's not getting in that Burnley team.
That's what I'm trying to say. And they're better than him.
You need to move. You need to be able to move to get in
No,
that Burnley
Xhaka's
team.
probably the most least mobile player I've ever seen in my life because that foul he committed on Westwood to get sent off, he did that to Harry Kane in the first minute of the North London derby. He just can't move his feet quick enough.
He can't shift himself.
Can't shift his feet. And a lot of Arsenal fans used to back him, yeah? So come and back him now.
I want to see if Arteta has the same energy that he gave.
No, he's done the post-match.
Oh,
He did the post-match.
He said it's even
What did
worse.
he say?
He said
it's worse.
Pepe. Yeah.
He said it's worse. He said it cost him more.
For me personally, I was never for Arteta when he came in and everyone said he smoothed over the Xhaka situation. I thought that's tacky. I think there's no. That's not a time to be a good Christian. That wasn't the time. It wasn't the time because he had to go. He threw the badge on the floor. And he definitely thought in the back of his mind, he may be able to get away with this. That's awful. You don't do them things and think you can come back and become a regular. He shouldn't have. There was him pacifying that situation, yeah. No. It's poor. And I thought it was cowardly at the time. Then I said, Arteta's a poor man manager. And everyone got on my neck in my chat saying, how come he handled the Xhaka situation? He handled Maitland-Niles' situation, getting him back as a squad after saying he wanted to be a centre mid. He's a coward because he chastised Ozil and he picked on Guendouzi. Very easy targets. Now it's all coming back around. And look, we're back to where we started, even further back than when we was with Unai Emery.
Way further. I can't lie. This is definitely worse than the Emery era. Definitely worse than the Emery era.
I don't know where we're getting a win from.
Oh, don't ask me about that. Will this be Arteta's last game in charge?
No.
That is very actually question, Grant. I don't know why you go and ask that.
I'm sorry. Just like it feels. I don't get how we can get worse. Let it get worse than this. I'd be so surprised if they don't sack him. I can't lie.
He's not getting sacked
because even
if they do, I think we will all be more surprised that they did sack him because as Arsenal fans, we know how this goes. So if they sack him, I'll actually be shocked because I'll be thinking, what next? Because we've never been in that situation. We're not a sacking club. So
not a sacking club, but one like Burnley at home, and you lot can barely get shots on top. You don't let racism win, which is the worst thing. You let racism win.
It's the fact that
you don't do that. You don't do that.
We've got Southampton at home. Means nothing.
You've broken all the 1979 records. I can't.
Everton, then obviously Carabao, City, Chelsea, then Brighton. We're not getting a win in these 5 games. Probably one draw. The thing about Arsenal now, as an Arsenal fan now, the only way we're going to get points in a game is if we get a penalty or if the other team fail to score. Do you get? Once Burnley went 1-0 up, that game was done. 10 men on it. And Arteta needs to stop saying stuff like, oh, we were in the game before someone got sent off. That's a lie. Because we had the ball. We had the ball, but that match would have ended 0-0.
Facts.
Arteta feels a lot like Louis van Gaal. If you remember the Louis van Gaal, this guy will value possession. He'll tell you just because you had 65% possession, we were great and we will create a chance. I would think he could. I feel like Arteta's lying to you lot's face even though you watched the match.
Crossing against Burnley. Oh, he's lost it. If one legacy Burnley has in this league, and back in the old West Brom of Craig Gardner and them, man, is they could cross or they could get on the end of a cross. They will defend crosses till they die. It's heading the ball.
They could head the ball.
You understand what I'm trying to say? So, and
you
last but not least,
can't be throwing the ball in the box.
Arsenal, the only team this week to not pick up points with fans. That's a disgrace. Every team, but no matter the team they played, this is the influence of having fans. No matter the team they played, they picked up some points if they had fans. Arsenal.
I can't lie. I didn't even know that. I didn't even deep until like the 35th minute that those fans in the stadium could not hear them.
I don't blame them though because I don't know.
No, I blame them. Here's why I blame them. And this is the problem. This is the problem. This is the problem with Arsenal as well. Their 10-year season ticket waiting list. Yeah. People who's getting the tickets ain't even real fans. The man in the stadium this week was the man that sell their tickets every week. You get? They put their tickets up and sell them, but they're thinking, oh, there ain't been no games in recent times. High value tickets. Let's just actually go to the game. That's why when the camera's panning in on the fans, you're seeing them on their phones. You understand? Are you on your phones? Are you on your phones? Fair enough, it's boring. Other people want to be there. Couldn't hear nothing. They asked
Couldn't
everyone,
hear
why
a
is
damn
it
thing.
quiet? He said, oh, I'm not going to say why. Because he knew.
Boy. Are Arsenal in a relegation battle?
Okay, yes.
No, because at the end of the day, we're still going to come 12th.
Silly question, but
I can't lie. It's
No, we'll
looking
come 12.
spooky for you,
We're
man.
still going to come
I'm
12.
not saying you're gonna get relegated. But right now, you are scrapping with the Fulhams and that, the Burnleys and that. Like you are close to them.
what is really a battle and what is a title race when you're 12 games in, first of all?
Okay,
and
that's first of all.
Yeah, first of all, that's fine. But when you get to February, what are you going to call it then? You're still going to call it I'll call it a relegation battle. But at this moment in time, we've started the Prem, 2 months? And all of a sudden, there's a title race relegation battle. Like,
I hear that. I hear that by the.
I hear why people call it relegation battle. But at the same time, for me, it's not a relegation battle. Because we're not going next week.
I think we're 16th. I think we're 16th or something. Yeah, cool.
I don't think we moved.
All I'm saying is we're going to finish bottom half. I'm not arguing whether we're in a relegation battle or not. I think we'll just about scrape relegation. But what I'm going to say is this. We're finishing that bottom half. And I want us to finish in that bottom half. No more Thursdays. No more possibilities of Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Let's strip it all back. Go back to basics.
Billy then goes and fucking wins you the FA Cup again. Then what?
Yeah, he's going to, we'll do something jammy like that. But to answer your question, your previous question, I'll tell you, if in the Southampton, Everton, City in the Carabao, Chelsea and Brighton, them fixtures there, he has to pick up 1 point from them and then he goes. He's fine right now. Him and Edu and that, they're probably going to have some calamari and some thingy right now up in the box in Emirates because they're Gucci. You understand? Arsenal's
the funniest thing is, you lot gave Arteta more power in the summer when you made him manager. Before he was a coach, then they switched his title to manager. So it's funny to see that everything's going even more to shit now that you've given him more power.
Question: Who do you want? Who do you want instead?
I don't have anyone in mind. I don't know who's coming in to fix this. That's why I don't understand why everyone's screaming. I get you want Arteta out, but
no, in the Arsenal group chat, the man that we all have our people. About 4 people said Poch. Probably not going to happen.
Yeah, I've seen everyone say Poch today.
4 people said Poch. I don't want that. Man said, yeah. I said Ajax manager, innit? Streets are onto me about that.
Oh, man.
Your brother said, Derek said Nuno. Derek said Nuno. He's a clown. He's a clown.
Nothing wrong with Nuno. Nothing wrong with Nuno. You don't need to understand. These managers are taking a step down to come to Arsenal right now. Although you've got
Nuno's
the prestige
leaving Wolves
and everything.
Taking a step down. All right, stop. Realistically, because it's you don't got the prestige and everything, but like football wise, are you telling me Wolves don't have a better squad than you? So if Brendan Rodgers leaves Leicester and comes to Man United, that's a step down.
No, not really.
Why?
Like Leicester United squad is very similar.
No, they're not.
It's very similar.
Leicester's
have a way better squad.
Leicester's 11 is better than your 11. Leicester's 11 is better.
11. Leicester's squad and United's capability to buy people is not equal. But right now, look at the squad that you have. Look at the squad that Wolves have. Is it not a step down in terms of quality?
Nuno could not pull Partey. That's all I'm saying.
Arteta could put. You think? Oh my days! How many times am I gonna have to tell you about this Partey guy? He just needed to leave. He wanted to get paid. Huh? He was the pool. There was no.
Because look at Atletico right now. You're telling me that he wouldn't switch right now to go back to Atletico. What they're doing in their league to be in Arsenal, please.
Hey, he's getting paid. He's getting paid very handsomely to be at Arsenal. Let's just remember that.
Thank you. Shut up. Okay, you stick to your Pogba, all right? Anyways, thank you guys for listening and watching in. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We'll be back next week with Lavish's book.
We're gonna be back in a couple days. You're not playing again. Don't worry. We're gonna be back.
We do midweek.
Wednesday. Oh,
we're doing midweek. Yeah, of course. We'll beat every single match.
I'm so out of touch with the Prem that I haven't even checked. But
yeah, we got Wednesday.
That's what losing will do to you.
You are now listening to The Final Third.
I think Pepe's so coachable.
Well, you
just need to shake him.
You should be in prison. We bailed you out. We bailed you out to come and play this season. You're out here disgracing us. You should be in prison. You're facing charges.